symptoms of, lack of sleep, poor appetite, trouble concentrating, withdrawal from friends, family, socially withdrawn. Totally the opposite sort of character to the one that I thought I was, the person I thought I was. So this was all foreign ground to me. And it's scary, and it got very scary, but being a typical Aussie bloke, as I am, and had lived up until the age of 37, sports playing, footy playing, beer guzzling, Australian male, I denied there was a problem. In fact, conceded to my wife, Louise, in March of 2000 that I think I'm mildly depressed. That was about as good as it got. She said some great advice. She said, look, I don't think you are, but if you are, do something about it, will you? So I chose to ignore that advice.
What do wives know?
What do wives know? And look, it was 5 months. It was 5 months into the year 2000 before I'd been near a GP. There is a road back. That's my message and has been for the last 7 years. There is a road back. So yoga, meditation, and I also turn off things like mobile phones. Get off the email, get off the iPod, get off the BlackBerry. We've got a community now who are just stimulated to the max. Hyper-stimulated. There's no room. Is it any wonder people find that they're agitated all the time? Is it any wonder people find it hard to relax, hard to sleep? They've got this constant bloody distraction. And if I could quickly just tell you one story. I spoke to a group of financial advisors because they said, look, come and talk to our group. All our people are having stress and anxiety and depression issues. Come and tell us. And I said this message to them. I said, turn these things off when you get home. Sit down and engage with your families and turn these things off. And this bloke challenged me. And he said, oh, look, it's easy for you to say that, mate. He said, I'm in the finance industry. And he said, I have to have my mobile phone on 24/7. I've got to be contactable because my clients need the best in financial advice. And I heard him out. I listened to him. And I said, mate, I've hardly met you with the greatest respect, but you've just told me something about you. I now know something about you. I said, you've told me you are irreplaceable. You are irreplaceable if you must have your phone on 24/7. And I said, Rookwood Cemetery is full of people like you. We've even got cars now. You get into a car and you have this digital thing to tell you where to go. Have you seen those cars? I don't own one. I won't be buying one. I'm happy to get lost.
I like it.
Look, this fella, and I think he thought I'd be impressed. He drove me to Sydney from Newcastle one day, and before we left Newcastle, I mean, it's really hard to lose your way between Newcastle and Sydney. It's called the F3, and it's basically straight. Anyway, he punches all this information in, thinking I'm going to fall over in a state of excitement because he's got all this digital gear in his car. And as we're going along, the car would say, next exit, straight ahead. We've put up with this all the way along, and finally we turn off at Pearce's Corner. We're heading into the city, or onto the Pacific Highway, and he said, I wonder should we call in and see such and such. He only lives down here, but I'm not really sure. I said, well, ask your bloody car. It seems to know everything else. It's ludicrous.